Hello, this is Rory with the Love Chat, and today's topic is your ex isn't always certain. Now, this is video number 170. We're almost at 200. If you have a question you'd like for me to consider featuring on the Love Chat, please write it in a comment below. And if you enjoy my videos, please subscribe and hit like. Also, if you'd like to do a Skype coaching or email coaching, be sure to visit thelovechat.net/coaching. Now then, your ex isn't always certain. So from time to time, I actually can't do the live streams, and I like to do them at least once a week if I can, but the reason I haven't officially said they're every Wednesday all the time is because sometimes I can't. So I try and make up for that by addressing some of the people on my Discord. If you're not on the Discord, it's free. You guys should go join. There's a link in the description below. And I'll log in and answer some questions just as a reminder to stay humble for the success that you guys have given me. So I appreciate all of you. And whenever I do that, and the reason I bring that up at all is because I always get questions based around, hey, my ex seems really certain about what's going on. Or, hey, my ex is giving me really hot and cold behavior, what's up with that? Or any version of that question, or that sentiment, which is, 1 second, they're completely certain, the next second, they have no idea what's going on. What's up with that? Well, the truth is your ex is not always certain about how they feel. You have to remember that when somebody breaks up with you, they've usually been stewing on it for weeks, maybe even months. And when they finally do it, there is this sense of relief and freedom. Now, we've talked about that part before, and you guys know what's happening there. But when your ex breaks up with you and a couple of weeks go by, and they haven't heard from you, they become uncertain. And sometimes they're uncertain the day after they break up with you, because we're never completely sure if something is the right decision. We never have the ability to look into the future and say, will I be happy with what I'm doing? And so sometimes you'll see this sort of hamster dancing back and forth with, I really want them again. No, I did this for a reason. I want to get them back and I miss them. I want to call them, but I broke up with them. I can't do that to them. Your ex is just as uncertain as you are. Now, there are cases where the person who dumped you is completely sure. But when they're completely sure, you'll see consistency across the board. There will be no hot and cold. There will be no breadcrumbing. There will be no contact from them. And I know that some of you will get a little upset at hearing that, but the truth is, you don't know that yet. You're allowing yourself to give into fear because you're afraid of what will happen. But if I may, fear and anxiety is what got you here in the first place. So let's not panic before we know what's going on, especially if it's early in your relationship. If it's 6-7 months later and you haven't heard from your ex, that's one thing. If it's a month or two and you haven't heard from your ex, relax. And I've even heard of situations where exes came back after a year or two. But what we're really talking about is this wisdom, this omnipotence that you're treating your ex with is not actually true. And it drives me crazy because breakups are hard for both parties. I asked this question last night, and the question was, who has ever had to break up with somebody? And I don't know, there was 40-something people there maybe. And some of the people have said, yes, I've had to do it. Was it fun? No, it sucked. It was horrible. I didn't want to do it. Folks, I myself have broken up with people before, and I can tell you that when you break up with somebody, you're never completely 100,000% sure it's the right move. So, I guess this video was to address that fear. And you see a lot of people who've been dumped, worried that it will be this way forever. That this decision is final, it's set in stone. Even if they hate this decision, they're not going to undo it. And no matter how many times I point out that somebody's ex came back, or if you guys are here with me during a live stream, and during that live stream, a live real person comes and says, hey, my ex came back, what do I do next? Or on my Discord when people are saying, hey, success story here. No matter how many times you guys see that, you're still worried about the worst. You're still allowing yourself to give in to fear. And at some point, I want you all to sit back and say, hey, it's weird because every single one of us are going through this same thing. This seems pretty scripted. This seems pretty well documented. I wonder if I'm just living out the story of a breakup. And once you recognize that you're in a story, you can break it. You can change it to your benefit. It takes time and it takes courage. And I promise you it will not be easy, but it will be worth it. So when you stop treating your ex as though they are all-knowing and they are completely certain of their decision, you'll feel a lot better about your situation. Remember, you don't have a crystal ball. You can't see what they're going through right now. What if I told you that your ex right now was in their bed crying thinking about you? Would you believe it? Some of you would. Most of you won't. Because you can't see it. And yet, if your ex reaches out, 100 times, and you answer every time, and you guys are hanging out and having a nice time, the anxiety will inform you to still be worried. What if they don't reach out again? This goes for if they reach out or if they never reach out. Because if they never reach out, you're telling yourself, they're never going to reach out to me, that's it, it's over. If they reach out 100 times, you'll tell yourself, they've already reached out too many times, they're not going to reach out again. As if it's money that's been spent. I just want you guys to consider that your ex is not as solid as you think they are. They are not as certain as you believe them to be. And that these fears are just that. Fear. And fear is not useful to you. Fear is a response when you are anticipating pain. But as you grow, you learn that while struggle is not, pain and suffering are quite optional. Use this struggle to build yourself into a better person. It's worth it, I promise it is. And I promise that what comes next, once you're past this breakup, is simply fantastic. That's all I have for today. If you found my video helpful, I'd be very grateful if you'd subscribe and hit like. Please leave a comment below and tell me what topics you want me to cover in the future. Additionally, if you'd like extra videos every week, private live streams with me, and free giveaways of my book coming out on the 31st of this month, just visit my Patreon. Patreon.com/thelovechat. Until next time.